Most guns in games have just 3 key features. They shoot bullets, they do unpleasant stuff to the things that you point them at, and... wait, did I say 3? Guess that's pretty much it. Thank goodness then that there are weapons, tools and projectile implements out there that take the established gun format but add a healthy dose of sci-fi weirdness or exotic repurposing. These firearms might not fit so neatly in James Bond's svelte attaché case, but my goodness are they fun to use. Here are the guns in games that aren't traditional guns. They're way better.
These intradimensional gates have proven to be completely safe. The device, however, has not. Do not touch the operational end of the device. Do not look directly at the operational end of the device. Do not submerge the device in liquid, even partially. Most importantly, under no circumstances should you...
Be honest, if you were being marooned on a desert island and you could take either 50 gallons of water or the portal gun, well, let's just say that the effects of terminal velocity on coconuts is about to get seriously researched. The portal gun, or to give it its full title, the Aperture Science Handheld Portal Device, eschews firing ordinary bullets and instead fires links in space-time between 2 locations, letting objects bypass the normal laws of physics that govern how things are allowed to get to places. Or whatever its proper name is.
Newtonian laws of motion!
Really? Think I like mine better. The applications of this technology are limitless, and the portal gun could be used to, for instance, feed the world with instant food transportation, or to generate free energy. But what you'll mostly be using it for is building up infinite momentum, then firing yourself across a room like some kind of science pinball. Just make sure you're wearing the matching long-fall boots, unless you want to hear a doctor using the words shins and ejected through a skylight together in the same sentence. The portal gun's acrobatic opportunities make it one of the most entertaining projectile gadgets in gaming history, as it's effectively a gun that fires, well, you. Or as close as we'll get until NASA starts taking my design for a wrist-mounted trampoline gun seriously. This could be you, NASA. Trampolining into a big pile of money.
Guns are so inhumane. That's why Morgan Yu prefers to trap victims in a solidified casing before bashing them to pieces with a wrench. What? Guns can be found aboard Space Station Talos 1, but there are downsides to using them. First off, you usually have to pick them off a dead body, so they're all corpsey. And ammo is rare, meaning you have to use the fabricator machines all the time if you want them to actually fire anything. Much better is the Gellifoam Lattice Organism Obstructor, or glue cannon for short. Not intended to be used as a weapon, but as a way to trap Typhon specimens being used in experiments, you find the glue cannon by a dead body, and it has limited ammo. Now, I know what you're thinking, those are the exact downsides to a gun. Why would we want to stick with the glue cannon? Not a pun. Well, there are actually plenty of positives. First off is its ability to slow enemies down, which, when you're facing things as scuttly and quick as Prey's mimics, is a godsend. And, more importantly, when you shoot glue onto a surface, it looks like giant popcorn. I mean, are we right or are we right? Don't eat any of it though, you'll be picking it out your teeth for weeks. Plus, that's much nicer than the nightmare fuel shapes that some of the encased mimics create. Ugh.
When you think humane transportation of animals, the first words that come to mind probably aren't vacuum cleaner. But that's precisely how you move your adorable little slimes around in Slime Rancher. The way to get these little blobs of cuteness to and around your ranch is by hoovering them up with your vac pack. But, incredibly good-looking members of Outside Xtra, I hear you say, this list is about guns, not vacuums. Well, firstly, thank you. And secondly, this vacuum isn't just any old vacuum. This baby has 2 settings. As well as collecting up all your slimes, it also lets you shoot them out again like blobby little bullets, making it easy to move them from pen to pen. And it's not just slimes that it can suck up. The vac pack also hoovers up all sorts of other items such as food, harvesting fields and shooting the crops at slimes to feed them. I mean, if I were a slime, I'm not sure I'd be happy with my food being shot at me through a high-pressured pneumatic machine. Ow! I'm not fine with it as a human either.
You need your 5 a day.
But these slimes eat it up, and if they eat up enough, they create special items called plorts. These can be gathered up with your vac pack and then be sold. Wait, you give food to slimes and they create plorts? Does that mean that plorts are some kind of weird slime excrement? And in that case, does that mean the vac pack not only transports animals, food, but also poo? Oh, God, that gets clean once in a while. Oh.
What's the opposite of a gun? I'll tell you, it's a...
Sword?
No, that's...
Vacuum cleaner.
What? No.
Because it pulls stuff rather than firing it.
I know why you said it. No, the opposite would be a gun that heals rather than maims, which is exactly what the Medigun, wielded by the medic in Team Fortress 2, does. This chunky bit of hardware might look like a minigun that's been torn out of an attack helicopter, but in fact it fires healing beams that replenish a teammate's lost health faster than you can say, wait, how exactly does this work? Once locked onto an ally, the glowing heal beams boost that player's vitality to a whopping 150% health, which is the equivalent of them eating a 200-gram bag of kale, probably. But, you know, more fun. Few sights are as welcome as a Medigun's glowing muzzle bursting into health-restoring life, and wielding it is just as fulfilling as being healed by it, not least because, once locked on, it can fire around corners, meaning it's much less hassle to aim than other noisier, less interesting guns. Moreover, once a target is fully healed, the Medigun can leap into ubercharge mode, which, for a few precious moments, turns both you and your lucky accomplice totally invincible. In a devastating health explosion, it'd take a whole lot of kale to replicate. I mean, are you guys sure about this? Because I don't feel any different.
Yes! Maybe eat another bag.
Calm down. I'll cut you out of there. Is that a tissue laser? A plasma cutter? Oh my God!
In the right hands, even a plush Pokemon can be a deadly weapon. Watch. Hey, Mike, catch! Oh, God, no, stop him! Stop him!
Help me, Alan! Oh God, he's so strong!
Consider Dead Space's 211V Plasma Cutter. Designed and manufactured by the wholesome-sounding Schofield Tools, this compact and lightweight mining tool fires light-guided beams of energy to make it easy to cut through minerals. And hey, coincidentally, the Plasma Cutter is also the perfect tool for slicing the limbs off of alien necromorphs. Seems like a pretty dangerous thing to keep around, the Concordance Extraction Corporation. What, were they cheap? Are you really saving enough money to make up for all those limbless miners? Wow. I guess you can't argue with those numbers. The plasma cutter may be nothing like a traditional gun, but luckily for Isaac Clarke, a traditional gun is exactly what he doesn't need.
Forget about shooting him in the body. You gotta cut off the limbs. Grab a cutter, anything like that. Cut them apart!
See, the way to stop a necromorph is by slicing off its limbs, and the cutter's ability to switch between horizontal and vertical cuts means it can dismember horrific mutated beings coming at you from any angle. Don't worry, he's armless.
We've done that joke before.
Was he in Lord of the Rings? Because he's Legolas.
Stop it.
Oh, let's give him a hand.
Okay.
Right, guys?
No!
No, I have more
You're out of
limb
it.
puns!
When you're creating a dream team fighting squad, you need to make sure you have an offense, a defense, a tank, and a DJ. Or at least you do when you're playing Overwatch, thanks to support character Lucio. A DJ turned freedom fighter, Lucio is armed with the sonic amplifier to fight and help his team members. On the one hand, it does shoot sonic projectiles at enemies, damaging them with intensive bass-filled sound waves. Basically, it's like playing dubstep at someone through a straw at high volume.
That's not how sound works, Ellen.
On the other hand, the sonic amplifier's other ability is sound wave. With this, Lucio can create an intense wave of sound to push enemies away should they get too close to him or his teammates. Kind of like how some people start playing music really loud on their phone so that people don't sit next to them on buses. Also, Lucio can use the sonic amplifier to trigger his ultimate, known as Sound Barrier. With this activated, the sonic amplifier radiates protective waves, creating personal shields for him and any nearby allies.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
It's like if you encase someone in bubble wrap while playing dubstep at them.
I don't feel safer, Ellen.
I wouldn't have thought you could plug up the burrow that way.
For a man of science, Gordon Freeman sure isn't shy about tearing up everything we think we know about the universe. Fair enough, you might think. All scientists should be willing to throw out old rules when new evidence presents itself, but upon discovering the gravity gun, old Gordy should really be on the phone to his fellow brainiacs rather than, say, pinging bits of rubbish around. Unless that was part of an experiment into the effects of fun on us?
The zero-point energy field manipulator is not a toy, Alex.
Oh. Originally intended for handling hazardous materials, this gravitational marvel can suck in objects from far away, like the world's most dangerous vacuum, then fire them into the air with reckless abandon. Before Gordon gets hold of it, it's mostly used for heavy lifting, which is surprising because this thing seems like it would be a health and safety nightmare in a warehouse environment. Time to reset the days since last accident board. Oh, it's already on 0. The gravity gun has its limitations though, and in its normal state, it can't lift things that are too heavy, at which point you might consider its cousin the physics gun, which appears in sandbox game Gary's Mod and is considerably more powerful. Now that's fun, and is deeply scientific as well. Subject exhibited large amounts of fun. Get this to the lab, I guess. You can send the Nobel Prize to the usual address.
Major fracture detected.
Right, so there are some of the guns in video games that aren't guns. Are there any others that you can think of? Let us know in the comments down below. I can't point down below. And also, if you enjoyed this video, maybe you will enjoy one of these videos here. Take aim with your mouse at these videos and shoot for the stars by watching our stuff. Also, you should subscribe here if you want to watch way more amazing videos just like this one. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling super safe right now.